Once upon a time, the sky was completely covered with clouds, and the ground was completely covered in white, beautiful snow. Along came two kids, a little boy and a little girl. The little girl had a pink hat and a pink coat. The little boy had a blue hat and a blue coat. And both of them were playing in the snow, doing snowball fights, having a good time. But then they came together and decided to build a snowman. So the little boy and the little girl started piling up a bunch of snow, and they made a snowman, a little tiny cute snowman. They grabbed a few sticks and stuck it to the side, and now the snowman had arms, and they put a stick in the middle, and now he had a nose. They grabbed two rocks, and now he had eyes, and then they made a smile with some extra pebbles, and their snowman was finished. And the little boy and the little girl took a step back to see their creation, but something was missing. The girl's like, what can we add to the snowman? And the little boy's like, I have an idea. He takes off his hat and puts it on the snowman. Ah, perfect. The snowman is complete. The little boy and the little girl hold hands and they skip away. But the little tiny snowman comes to life. He starts wiggling his smile, he starts wiggling his body, and then all of a sudden his entire body is now alive. He looks at his arms and his hands. He looks up to the sky covered in clouds. He looks at all the snow. It's just fantastic. The snowman starts walking around, exploring his surroundings. I must tell you, this snowman is really slow. Slow as a snail slow. He's walking, seeing the little crittles, all of the snow, and it's beautiful. But then the clouds depart, and the sun peeks through, and it's warm. And the snowman looks up and sees the beautiful sun. And the sun kind of blows him a kiss, and the snowman falls in love. It was love at first sight. snowman tries reaching for the sun, but is stuck on the ground. So he tries walking, tries to get closer to the sun, and the sun is passing through the sky. Gives the snowman a little wink, playful flirting, and the snowman keeps walking, trying and trying to reach the sun. The sun crosses the sky and is now on the other side of the horizon. The snowman has to turn around and walks the other direction, but there's no use. The sun sets, a final wink goodbye, and it becomes dark. So the snowman has to endure the night alone and cold. And the stars are up in the sky, and he waits and he waits and he waits, and finally the sun rises on the other side, and the snowman falls in love all over again. And the snowman needs to come up with an idea of how to reach the sun. So the snowman decides to climb a tree. He's climbing and he's climbing. He reaches the top and still cannot reach the sun. So he jumps down from the tree and decides, I'm going to use this rope to catapult myself. So he swings the rope, it catches on the tree, he pulls back and he shoots himself flying through the sky. But then he just lands back on the ground. No success. The snowman tries several different ideas. He tries and he tries, but none were successful. The sun sets, and yet again it's dark and it's cold. But the snowman knows that it's important to wait. He knows that the sun will rise again on the other side. So the snowman waits and he waits, and then the sun comes up again. And day after day after day after day, the snowman tries and he tries, but nothing works. The sun starts to notice that as each day passes by, the snowman melts a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, but the snowman is too in love to notice. snowman is still trying to reach the sun. He's struggling and he's struggling. And the sun realizes that he's melting and melting. And the sun realizes that there's blades of grass peeking through, that the snow is now melting. So the sun tries to reduce the heat, tries to hold himself back. But it doesn't work. The snowman melts. One arm falls off, the next arm falls off, and the snowman falls. His eyes droop down and he slowly becomes a puddle of water. And now the sun is completely devastated, seeing that the snowman is now completely water. The sun screams out of frustration and starts to cry. Now when they cry, do they cry water? No, they just get hotter and hotter. And the sun yells and cries, no! And then the entire once covered snow is completely melted. The sun is completely devastated. The snowman is a puddle. The rocks are in the puddle. The sticks are floating on the water, and But the sun notices something. A puff of white smoke starts to come up from the water. What is this? It's the snowman. The snowman evaporated into the air and became a cloud. The snowman now has a new cloud body. He has arms, he has legs, he has a new face. And the new snowman and the sun see each other, they embrace, and now they can be together forever. And they lived happily ever